Hi again. So now let's see what we can do else. I will start with this piece. I need to create this one right here. I'm going to show you what I mean. This one, just like that. Alright, so let's start creating this one. If we come to right view, we can see better detail. I'm going to switch to wireframe to see the details of the hair of the head, if there any misalignment there. So his Z and go to wireframe, and as you see I have some misalignment here. If you look from the back, you can see uh, a bit of misalignment. So now I need to grab the head and hit G and move it to the Y, GY, just like that. And maybe I need to scale it to the Y, SY, just a bit, and then confirm it with left click, and let's see what we got. GY, move it a bit, right there maybe, and now it's aligned perfectly. There is a bit of problem with the eye, as you see here, is not aligned well, but that's not gonna cause a huge difference here. You can ignore it. Maybe I need to scale it to the Y a bit. Let's see what we will got here. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Alright, so that's cool. Let's see what we got. That's nice. Alright. I'm going to create this piece, so I need to add a cube, Shift A and add a cube, and it is very big, as you see. S and scale it, make it very small, and G and move it down, just right there. Let's see what we got here. We need to scale it a bit. As you see, the scale is working according to the 3D cursor. I need to change that, switch it to medium point, and now we are good. Hit G and take it up to the Z a bit, right there, and Control A to apply the scale because we changed the scale, so apply it to avoid any future problem. Tap to the edit mode, hit tab, switch to the wireframe, hit Z and go to wireframe, and grab these vertices and G and take them up to the Z axis, maybe right here. I will grab this side, this face. If you tumble around, I grabbed these 4 vertices, that means I grab this face. So let's press number 1 to switch to the front view, hit E to extrude and extrude this right here. And I grab these 2 vertices, hit G to the Z and take it down. So we just created this thing. I need to add an image to see the details. If you open the folder, I have a bunch of images to see this area. So what I'm going to do is switch to front view, and I will drag and drop one of these images. You can actually open new window right here if you want, as I'm doing. Put your mouse right here at the corner and click and drag to create a new window, and use this icon to switch this window to image editor, just like that. And then now you can go to the folder and grab any image you want and drop it right here. And now you can browse your image and see what's going on here. So I will provide this image with the project folder. So now let's see what we got here, what details we need to create in this area. So far we just extruded this area, and I need to create this details right here and this thing right here. Alright, the first thing that we need to extrude this piece forward. So maybe I need to switch to right view, hit number 3, and I need to grab these vertices and hit G and move them right here. The same thing for these, G and move them maybe right here at this area. Alright, so that's cool. Alright, now let's see what we can do else. Well, maybe I need to bevel this edge, so I need to switch to edge and grab this edge. You can switch to solid mode to see better if you want, and when you do that you can bevel it. So let's bevel this result, Control B for bevel, and just bevel it a bit like that. Let's see what we got. When you bevel, this menu will pops up, give you more control to your bevel operation. So now you can control the offset more if you want. Let's see what we got here. Let's jump to the right view, hit left view, control 3, and switch to wireframe, and let's see what we got here. So our bevel is almost close to the bevel of the robot. You can hold shift and take the slider down a bit to make it more precise, just like that. And now it is cool. So now we just created this piece right here. We need to create this hatch in this area. Alright, so let's see how can we do that. Well, I will select this face, switch and go to solid. And I have this face right here. You can switch to face and grab this face. And well, I will duplicate this face to the x-axis. So to duplicate this face alone, hit shift D, and now we just duplicate it, but we want to duplicate it to the x-axis. So hit X and move it to the x-axis. And now this piece is duplicate of this piece right here, but they are joined together. I need to separate this piece. So to separate it, just hit P and then hit S to separate this piece of this piece right here. Well, now tap to the object mode and select this new geometry. Now we have a new geometry. When we created this new geometry, the origin point of this new geometry is right there, because this geometry was a part of this piece. Don't forget that. Alright, now we need to bring the origin point back to this geometry. To do that, hit right click and go to set origin and the origin to your geometry, and now it is back. After that, we need to give this a thickness. So to do that, jump to the modifier properties, open the list, add solidify. Solidify will help you to do that. And when you do that, an option right here will open, manipulate the thickness and give it right amount of thickness. Don't worry about that. When you complete, hit apply to apply the result. And now we have a new geometry right here we can control. Alright, now tap to the edit mode of this new piece. Grab this face, hit key and move it a bit. You can go to left view, hit control 3, hit Z and go to wireframe. And now let's see how can we reshape this new shape. Alright, hit number 1 to switch to vertex mode. Grab these vertices, hit G and move them to the Y, right about here. Grab these, hit G and take them back to the Z axis down, sorry. Right, maybe here, and this one, hit G and move it a bit. And these, take them down, G, and take them down right here. Alright, so now we just created this. So let's select this new face, hit Z and go to solid. Select this face. You can select these 4 vertices, and if you do that, that means you select this new face. Hit G and move it to the x-axis a bit and make it penetrate this new geometry. Right about here maybe. Not too much. Maybe right here. And that's cool. And this will be the cutter to cut this piece. Tap to the object mode and now select this cutter. Hold here to grab this one, and then hit Control minus from the numpad to cut this geometry. And when you complete, select this new piece, open this window or menu right here, go to edit and apply the brush to apply this result, and then delete it. You don't need it anymore. Alright, now let's see what else we can do here. I'm going to close this panel right here, hit N to close it. Sorry, it's N. Alright, and let's switch to front view, hit number 1 from the numpad, and now we are in the front view. Hit Z and go to wireframe to see what we have here. Alright, now let's create this thing right here. Alright, now I need to add an edge right here in this area, and I need to delete these faces. Let's tumble around. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to hit Control R to create a new edge, but I need to jump to edit mode. Jump to edit mode just like that, and hit Control R, and when you do that, when you see an edge right here, you need to confirm it with left click. Just hit left click and now you can move it. Alright, so now we just created this a new edge right here. Confirm it and put it right here, and be careful not make it overlap this new shape that we created right here. So make sure to put it above it, just like that. And let's switch to front view. Let's see what we got here. Hit G and go to wireframe. Grab this new point, hit G and take them down right there. And don't worry about this point, you can leave it. And when you complete that, hit 3 and select this face. Switch to the solid mode, grab this face and this one and this one and this one right here. Hit X F to delete them, you don't need them anymore. And when you complete, switch to edge mode, grab this edge, hold shift to grab this one, hold shift, grab this and hit F to create a new face here, and then grab this edge right here with these 4 and then hit F to create a face. And now as you see, we created a face right here to support this place. When you complete, you can now give it a mirror to reflect the other side. So hit number 1 to jump to the front view, tap to the object mode, and now give this a mirror. Go to the modifier list and open and add a mirror. And now as you see, we just mirror this to the other side. Well, now I will use bisect, and I will use bisect because if I turn off the mirror modifier, as you see here, we have this part right here, this one, and I need this to be deleted. So if you use bisect, mirror modifier will cut this piece automatically. So let's activate bisect. I activate it, but sorry, just turn on mirror again. When you do that, the modifier will be reflected. So to correct the result, activate flip. Now everything is cool. And when you will be satisfied with the result, hit apply to apply it. And now we created this piece right here, it's ready. So I'm going to end this tutorial and I will see you in the next one.